Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're going to be making some lids for the aquariums. Obviously a lot of tanks don't come with lids, like if you get like the clear seal tanks, they don't come with lids at all. I know there's a few other tanks that don't, but this is a nice cheap alternative to making lids. Just save having to buy like evaporation trays. This does the job and it looks so much better in my opinion. I hope you enjoy it and I'll take you step by step how I've done it. Okay, so here's everything I'll be using in this video. We've got the skill saw or circular saw to cut through the twin wall polycarbonate. You can just use a wood saw or any other kind of saw. I'd choose that because it's a lot quicker, saves time. You'll need a nice tape measure, nice thick pen, nice knife, file or sandpaper for the edges, like just to get rid of any rough edges. A pair of tin snips to cut the edging stuff. Drill if you want to make the holes like I do in this video. That's pretty much it. It's quite a simple requirements, but yeah, that's all I use for this, and that's all you need as well. Alright, so for the materials that you need for this video that I use, it's twin wall polycarbonate, 10mm thick. I got mine from Wix. You can buy in pretty big sheets. Obviously it depends on how much you plan on using and how many lids you've got to make. And the other stuff is this, goes onto the 10mm thick polycarbonate. It's just called clear 10mm sheet end closure. You can get that from Wix as well. It's pretty cheap. It's like £6 for like 3 meters. You just trim it down to how long you need it. That's pretty much it for the material. So yeah, the sheet of twin wall and that stuff.
Okay, so here I'm just measuring out what I need. Luckily for me, the sheet that I got was 700mm wide, so I could literally just cut it straight down the middle and get double the amount of lids out of it. So it's really handy for me. As I said earlier, I'm using the circular saw just to cut through. Makes a nice straight line and it is so much quicker to use this. Here I'm just trying to remove all of the sharp edges from where we made the cuts. The knife doesn't do a great job, so definitely use scissors on this. It is so much quicker and saves a lot of time. Here I'm just removing the rough edges. Probably better to use sandpaper. This is all I had to hand, so this is what I've used. Then I am marking out the chunks I need to cut out for my breeder boxes. This will be explained properly further ahead.
Alright, so from this point here, where you've got the lid and you've cut it down to the right size that you need, you can pretty much do it. Every tank's going to be different. So for example, I've got breeder boxes in all my tanks, or the majority. So I'm going to cut the corners out just like that. It's quite a big chunk to take out, but it means I can get to the centre of the breeder box and just feed them through that hole without having to take the lid off, which saves a lot of time when it comes to feeding every night. That's probably one of the best ways to do it. So that's why I've gone for the larger holes. The measurement I went with as well also allows me enough room from here, so from like the back of the tank where you've got all the pipes coming out, all the air lines. So there's enough room and it won't be wedged right up against it. So it's not too tight of a fit. So after you've decided how you want to do all that, and you've cut the shapes out that you want, I've still got to trim this one down a little bit, just so it gets rid of all the sharp edges and everything like that. But yeah, once you've got that, then you want to be getting some of this stuff here. I cannot feel like I can remember what it's called, just say. Sheet end closure. Sheet end closure. So this is basically just going to cut it down, and where you've got the holes or along there, it just goes along there to seal it so you don't get water and everything in there. Again, this is also from Wix, as is this stuff, the normal polycarbonate, 10mm thick. Yeah, so you just cut that down basically to the size that you need. I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Yes, that's pretty much it. And then, yeah, nice cheap lids. I'll work out how much it cost me to do. I think I've done 8 lids in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I've done 8 lids in total. For all of the materials, obviously not including the tools. It cost me 46 quid plus £4 delivery, something like that. So yeah, it's really not bad at all.
I did originally try and use scissors, but it didn't really work. So use something like tin snips. It cuts through the side stuff so easily and saves a lot of hassle. So yeah, just don't bother with scissors on this bit.
Alright, so there we have it. It's finished, finally. Annoyingly, this one's going to be slightly short because this was an offcut, just pretty much just what was left. So I had to just work with what I had. So take this other one off. To the side. Right, straight away you can see it's a lot more access, but it will still stop a hell of a lot of evaporation. But yeah, so I've got access straight away to their feeding, so I can feed them without having to take the lid off every night. So it's just annoying, a bit of nuisance. And yeah, there's a lot more room. This one is very loose though, so I probably won't actually end up using this one. But makes for a good example anyway. We'll get on, do the rest of them. The main reason I'm redoing a lot of these is because I have got a lid for my newest tank, which is this one up here. So that's not currently got a lid, so I had to get some more stuff anyway, and I thought I may as well do, you have to buy quite big sheets, I thought I may as well do some of these ones again, because they're looking a bit grim. But they have been on for like a year and a half, so they've done pretty well. Yeah, so I thought, yeah, why not replace some more? And I'll replace the rest at some point as well. Just had an idea, because I didn't actually really like the way that looks. It looks, I don't know, it just didn't look right. So I just largely think it was a loose fit. But instead of cutting out massive chunks like that, I might actually just put, because they're always roughly, where I put my baby tanks, they're always going to be roughly in the same sort of spot. So if I just use like a hole saw or one of these, I'm doing hole saws on there, if I use like something like that, make the hole big enough so there's room for error, just put it roughly where it's going to be, that may save me a bit of bother. It'll look better as well, it'll look a lot better. And I can do like one for the baby tank and then one over this side just for like regular feeding where I'm just going to drop the food in. That might save a bit of effort. It will look a lot nicer as well. Instead of having to recut all that. We'll give that a go, see how it turns out. And update you from there. So I reckon that will look a lot better. Right, so here is our second attempt. That straight away looks so much better. Yeah, that looks, I don't know. The way this one looks, let's try it out. See how it fits. So this one is the right length as well, so it should be a nicer, tighter fit in there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that looks great. That looks so much better. Nice tight fit. As you can see, it's just about over the holes. Obviously I can move the breeder boxes to suit where needed. But yeah, that just makes feeding them so much easier, going straight into there. And obviously this tank I have got 2 breeder boxes. But in a lot of the others I don't, I usually just have the one in there. So that's absolutely perfect because then I can feed in the other hole, and in some of the tanks I don't even have breeder boxes. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with that design. It's definitely a lot tidier and neater. Yeah, I didn't buy enough of that edge protection stuff, so but luckily I've got some left from when I've done the lids before. Got a couple of lengths, luckily. Yeah, so that's how the lids pretty much look. You know, they're nothing like fancy or anything, but it dramatically stops evaporation. Like within a few days, this water, I mean, I've done a water change on this yesterday, and I always go above the black line, but within 2 to 3 days, it's already starting to go below the black line. So it does make a big difference straight away. putting these lids on instead of having them at open top. And yeah, it just makes it look a lot nicer, I think, personally. Anyway, let me know what you think anyway, and if you've got any other suggestions that might improve this design or might be better just for lids and whatnot, I'll happily give it a go, make a video on it or something. But yeah, I'm happy with that. It does the job, looks tidy. Happy days. Anyway, I've got another load to make anyway, so I'll finish those off at some point. Yeah, that's basically it. Alright, so here's another one of those lids. This is on my large tank. This is the reason I bought all this stuff again. Just so I could do a lid for this tank. And it looks great. It's perfect fit as well. Get a nice reflection for light. Still lets plenty of light through as well. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe as usual. If you did enjoy these sort of DIY videos, let me know and I'll do some more. I'm always making random stuff, just anything to help out. Yeah, just give me a shout, let me know what you want to see, and I'll try and make it happen. Alright, anyway, until next time.